So what kinds of search do we have? And many people don't realize how huge search is. But you have organic search. And organic search basically is what we call algorithmic search. That is that you use keywords and you have to embed them in your titles, descriptions, in your content, all kinds of ways that you need to first get those keywords in there. And Google then has a series of algorithms that they pay attention to make sure that you have enough of the elements that they're looking for. You have paid attention to those algorithms and you get there. That search, the reason it's called organic is when you have organic search results and you're on page 1, somebody clicks on that result, you're not paying anything. It's totally free. Nothing in life is free. We all know that because organic search takes a lot of work and knowledge to get there so that you get that click through that's free. So I just want to warn everybody that anyone who thinks the internet is free, it's not true. Somebody has to do the hard work and get you there. And typically with organic, it's all content related. The content is what it's all about. Now Google has a variety of what we call vertical search engines. And those vertical search engines, if you look and you go into Google, you'll see that there's Google News, there's Google Image Search, there's Google Video Search, there's shopping search, there's blog search, and it goes on. And if you don't know how to optimize for those verticals, then you're not going to be using them correctly. Today, Google has a partnership with Twitter, and Twitter is what we call live search. As that plane was going down to the Hudson, people were twittering about it. So the news media got that immediately. And Google has the capacity to do live search. In fact, they even have a little box that pops up that talks about live search. It's happening now. It could be happening in here if you guys were twittering at conferences that I go to, like Webmaster World. Everybody has their laptop, everybody has their PDAs, everybody has everything out, and they are twittering while that conference is going on. In fact, the people up at the podium are looking and reading those questions from Twitter, and they're actually answering those questions live as it goes. And then you have the whole world of what we call paid search. So on page 1, you not only have your organic listings, but on top you have what they call sponsored listings. And then in other kinds of platforms, you actually have other types of paid search. For example, YouTube has search. You can pay to be in YouTube. Now, the nice thing with paid search in some of these platforms, the social media platforms like YouTube and Facebook, is they have extensive behavioral, targeted information about you because you filled out a profile. So they know exactly what your demographic is, what your age is, what your activities are. And there are ways today that you could do retargeting and targeting and all kinds of ways to use paid search to help you get in front of your right audience. But you are paying for it. Now again, there's two components. There's paying, and if somebody doesn't click through, there's branding and visibility for impressions that you're not paying for. So even in paid search, there is the branding aspect that is not expensive because you're getting that for free, basically. Okay, so if I'm looking at search, what is the absolute most important thing about search? We just talked about it, keywords. How do you know how people are looking for your product and service? Extensive, really good keyword search is what you need to be doing. And if you don't have the tools, I mean, Google has some free tools, but they're not necessarily the best tools. So good keyword research is where it all starts because you'll never be able to figure out those tail words unless you have a tool. Because every word that has ever been, or every search that has ever been done, is in a Metacrawler index. And even if there is 1 or 2 searches a day on that string of words, that can be found. So the key then is to find that set of words. Now in our case, for our company, I think we have 4,000 words out there. 4,000 keywords that we actually actively work all the time. So then you do your selection. So you get your keywords, and then you select down by selecting the ones that are good and excluding the ones that are not. For example, if I sell high-end carpets, I don't want somebody searching for cheap carpets. If they're searching for cheap carpets, that's a waste of a click-through to my site because it's not a good match. And if they come to my site on that keyword match, either I'm paying, or even if it's free, you don't mind, because when something is organic, you can't really stop people from finding it, but at least you're not paying for it. So you want to really build a website that really complements your unique value proposition. Who are you? How are you positioned on the internet? And I'm going to cover that a little later. But then you refine your list and you have a really good list.